everyone. Thanks for joining Game Trade Media at Alliance Open House. I'm Gretchen, and I'm here with Sara from Renegade Game Studios.
Hi, how's it going today?
Going pretty good.
Good.
So what do we have set up here?
So this is Aquicorn Cove, and this is an absolutely beautiful game from Oni Games and Renegade Game Studios, and it is based on a graphic novel by Katie O'Neill, and she also did Tea Dragon Society with us as a board game and as a graphic novel, and we just love her entire world that she's built. It's just gorgeous. In Tea Dragon Society, you're actually taking care of little baby dragons, and in Aquicorn Cove, you're trying to take care of the reef that has aquacorns in it. And aquacorns are adorable creatures that are essentially seahorses that are unicorns.
That's so cute.
Yeah, and what's great about this is that it is an ecological, environmental type game, but you also get points cooperatively for taking care of the village in addition to the reef. So we do have to make sure that we're prosperous and the people are happy in addition to the environment, which is great. So in this game, we have the village over here, which you'll be building up, adding new houses to it, and protecting it from storms that come through and repairing when that happens. Also cleaning up the pollution that can happen in the reef when you have those storms come through. They might damage buildings, and some of that pollution goes back into the ocean, so we have to clean that up. Also taking care of these aquacorns, of course, that give us some magical extra powers. Feeding the village, getting building supplies, and then just generally taking care of everything. So what's great about this game is that it's actually very straightforward. Each of us on every round, it's cooperative. We're going to have a deck of cards that's special for our character. So each one of these different characters has their own deck with abilities that make sense for who they are in the graphic novels. So it really touches on those themes in the graphic novel. And when you play cards from here, you're just going to put them in one of these phases, so 1 through 7. So for example, I'll just flip over one of these character cards. So we can see here that on this card, if you wanted to play it, you would have to put it into phase 3, which is right here. Once everybody has placed cards in the phases that they want to place them in, then we go through just one at a time. So in this first phase, we'll be drawing event cards that just do something in one of these phases. They're all a little bit different, global events. They might help us.
Tuna.
Yeah, we get extra food when we go fishing in the next phase. So we would take that event card and actually just plug that in right down here in phase 2. Our card that we decided to play, we would plug that into phase 3. And so we've already done phase 1, we drew our card. Phase 2 is fishing. We have this whole bag of fish. This represents the reef, the ocean, and we can pull out as many of these fishing tokens as we want, one at a time. But we have to be really careful, because if we get 2 of the same type of fish, then that'll be overfishing. So we'll put these into our boat. We only have so many spots. But as long as we keep taking different types of fish, we're okay. If we get 2 of the same type of fish, then we'll only be able to put 1 back into the ocean at the end of this phase. So for example, here, I went fishing. I got 1 food from this fish, 2 food from here, and 3 and 3. But now this one is discarded from the game for the rest of the game. All the rest of these at the end of this round are going to go back in here. So we'll get to fish for them again. So it really talks about a lot of really great environmental impact things throughout the game. So that's the fishing phase. And we have the cleanup phase. We get an opportunity to get rid of some of this pollution that we might have in the reef, and maybe even put some aquacorns into the bag that can give us some special cards if we draw them, but only if the reef is clean. Then we're able to plant food that we can harvest then later on, which is good for our city. And then we can also harvest in this next phase. So we planted, go on to the next phase, now we can harvest, which is also helpful. And if we're harvesting and things are going really well, we can actually move up on this, and we build buildings, we can move up on this prosperity track over here, which will help give us points at the end of the game. And then we can build buildings, making our village bigger, people are happier, and then we can get building income. So as we build these buildings, we have more people living here, we can get extra things like being able to get more food, that type of extra bonus for having these buildings here. So we've got these 2 different tracks on the 2 different sides of the board. This track over here shows us how prosperous our village is. As we go up on this, we do get these bonus character cards that are added to our decks, which give us something extra special. And then as we clean up the reef, we can go up on the reef track health. And at the end of the game, we're going to get a score based on the combination of these 2 tracks. And that's pretty much the game. We're going to go through these different seasons. And when we get to the end of the second year, that'll be the end of the game, and we'll see how well we did.
Oh, so it's really just a game of sustainability, being able to have everyone happy, everyone working together, and keeping the environment well.
Absolutely, yeah. That's very well put. Nice. So yeah, this is Aquicorn Cove. We are doing some special things with this. We have these absolutely adorable little meeples. As you can see, these are our Aquicorns. So but if you order this and get it from your friendly local game store, you can get it 2 weeks early, 2 weeks before any online stores will get it or anything like that. And you also will get a pink version of these, which are extra adorable. So make sure you pre-order this from your friendly local game store. If you do that, then you can get October 23rd. And then all the full release will be early November on the 6th.
All right.
Yeah, and it's only $35 too, which is a great price point.
And we'll see you at your friendly local game store.